The main aim of your homepage is to help your visitor get to know your business, and it's your first and possibly only chance to make a good impression. It's one of the most visited pages on your website, so you must get it right. Hi everyone, I'm Kelly Sparks, and today I'm going to show you how to optimize your homepage to hook in visitors and keep them on your website for longer. Think of your homepage as the frontage to your online home or shop. It needs to be appealing to invite people in off the street. I like to think of it as a summary of the website to ensure the visitor ends up where you need them to be. I split each homepage that I design into 4 sections, each with a specific content. I'm going to break these down for you section by section and end with some tips on how to make sure your design looks gorgeous too. The first section, which is commonly called the hero section, should have a photo that describes your brand or the key thing you're selling and have compelling copy and a call to action. The hero section is the most valuable section on your website, so use it well. Here are some examples. First of all, we have Marie Forleo. She's got a lovely picture of her, smiling, looking happy, and then a message to the user. The world needs that special gift that only you has. And it's quite subtle, but she does have a call to action there as to go down, so she wants you to keep scrolling. This is Neil Patel's hero section, and he asks the question, do you want more traffic? And let's be honest, who doesn't want more traffic? He's hooked me in straight away. And I can pop my web address in here and get it analysed for free with his SEO tool. This page is so simple, but it's powerful and compelling. And finally, let's have a look at Freddie's Flowers. It's a perfect example of how a product-based business can use the hero section. It's got a really convincing video that tells me exactly the kind of flowers that I can expect and the kind of brand that they are. It tells me so much about their business. And I've got a bit of text here to confirm exactly what he's offering and the price. And the call to action is get my first 2 for £12.50 each. Whatever your business, please don't use a slider in this section. Sliders are dated, confusing, and don't convert well. Choose one message and go for it. You can always change it up as necessary. Nothing in your website is fixed in stone. The second section is the benefits section, and it should show the visitor the benefits of using your services or buying your products. This section should be all about them and how you can help and make their lives easier. The perfect place to highlight any free resources you have. Let's go back to Amy Porterfield. She has a lovely section to showcase her freebies, and Neil Patel highlights the 4 areas a visitor may be struggling with and his free resources that will help. The third section is the services section, or it could also be for your products or your blog. And you can use it to describe your services or showcase your products. If you have a particular service or product that you want to push more than the others, give that one more space to emphasize its importance. Try not to include too much text and summarize each service and add a button to read more. Keep it simple and use icons if appropriate for your brand. Icons are visual cues to grab your visitors' attention if they're skim reading. If you have a shop, you can use this section to display some of your products, but don't overwhelm your audience with tons of products and categories on the homepage. If you have a blog, you could showcase the relevant blog posts here too, or tell your visitor a little bit about what to expect on your blog. So Amy Porterfield's an online educator, and in this section she's talking about her courses. And she's again showing a nice picture of herself, and you can read more about her story. And then she also talks about her podcast as well, which is another service that you could use. And by listening to her podcast, you get to trust her, and then you might go on to buy her quite high ticket courses. And the final section is social proof. It should have things like case studies, testimonials, and your clients' logos if applicable. This section helps the visitor to trust in your experience or products. Over on the Amy Porterfield site, she has a featured in section, which shows the different magazines that she's been featured in, which is again a form of social proof. And then she's saying she's a top ranking podcaster. If all of these people think that her podcast is worth 5 stars, then that's great social proof for her and her business, and obviously for her podcast as well. And here's the social proof on Freddie's Flowers. They have an excellent score, they have a star rating, and reviews of real customers too. What would make that even more powerful is pictures of the people. And at that point as well, they're giving me another chance to start sending flowers, so that's brilliant. And that's each of the 4 sections done now. And once you've decided on the content that you're going to put into them, think about the primary objective of your homepage. What do you want your client to do? Place clear calls to action throughout your page and ensure the most important one stands out clearly. Examples of this could be get them to sign up to your newsletter, view your services page, or take your quiz. Whatever you put on your homepage, be sure to design it in line with your brand image and message so that it speaks to your ideal customer. Please keep your design simple and remove anything that doesn't have a purpose or tell a story. Your copy should be short and to the point, and all images should be on brand and tell the story of the text it accompanies. The one thing that all of the websites that I've shown you today have in common is white space. So it doesn't necessarily have to be white, it's just space basically. White space is just the technical term. But can you see around here, she's got the space here, she's got the space around her, and the background is quite light as well. And as you scroll down, more space. If this heading was right up against these 3 icons, then it would all be very squashed. And the same on Freddie's flower. We have space around here. Again, it's not necessarily white, but it's like this parchment paper. And even on the images, this is sort of feels like space as well. It just makes it easier for your customer to navigate around your site and makes it feel calmer and a more pleasurable experience. I hope you're feeling more confident about tackling your homepage now. If so, please like and subscribe, and I will see you soon.